Our team coverage on the deadly house explosion continues now at 5:30. We now know a propane leak is what caused the Lincoln home to explode. 2 people were inside at the time of the blast and 1 was killed. 78-year-old Carl Pynn is in critical condition and 74-year-old Susan Pynn died on the scene. Those in the area at the time of the explosion said you can smell propane in the air. CBS 5's Connor White is with the Live Eye at the scene in Lincoln now. Connor, what can you tell us?
Although firefighters say that it was the sheer force of the explosion itself and the way that the house collapsed that snuffed out any chance of a fire, but stressed that this was a violent event. And you can see it in the aftermath. The house collapsing, sending debris across the lawn, some of it launched across the street. A home of a couple that devoted their lives volunteering in the community they love. A laundry hamper, a magazine, a television dish, all sitting in the rubble of a home in the town of Lincoln. Pieces of the life that 78-year-old Carl Pynn and 74-year-old Susan Pynn built together. Officials say the Pynn residence exploded around 6:40 Wednesday evening. Volunteers with the Lincoln Fire Department were the first on scene.
There's a lot of different things that go through your mind, especially when you're at a scene with somebody that you know.
Chief Dan Lazapone says he first met Carl at the firehouse. He used to have his own helmet and uniform, working as a volunteer firefighter locally for over 60 years. The Oneida City School District confirms that in retirement, he was a school bus driver for over 20 years. A family member also telling us that Susan volunteered to keep her neighbors safe as well, spending many years with the Greater Lenox Ambulance Corps.
Everybody in the community, as well as surrounding communities, knew who they were. They're very well liked people, very nice to everybody.
A family member says the pair were married for about 56 years. Susan lost her life in the explosion. Carl is undergoing surgery, listed in critical condition after he was flown to Upstate Hospital in Syracuse.
One of those things that you hope you never have to see again.
Lincoln Fire President Chris Bulock says the moment they arrived on scene, the focus was trying to find Carl and Susan in the rubble.
We used airbags, cribbing, jacks, the jaws, chainsaws. If it was on our truck, we were using it yesterday.
The Madison County Sheriff's Office confirming propane gas was leaking in the home. They're still trying to find the ignition point that caused the walls to kick out and bring the second floor tumbling to the ground, launching debris across the street.
That was definitely the first and hopefully the last.
As the mourning process begins for the family, they're also faced with a grim reality sifting through this rubble. A family home, unrecognizable, trying to find critical paperwork, insurance, other documents underneath what's left behind. Reporting in Lincoln, I'm Connor White.
Well, Connor, we are certainly just hoping for the best for Carl Pynn and just sending our condolences for the loss of his wife. Thank you so much, Connor.